Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Level Up with Sophy. Today I want to share something very close to my heart and something I believe many of you may relate to. It's about working hard, working smart, and how those two things are not opposites but partners on the journey to success. When I first arrived in this country, I didn't have much, just a few belongings, a heart full of hope, and a strong desire to build a better life. In the beginning, I couldn't afford to be smart with my work. I didn't know the shortcuts. I didn't understand how things worked. I didn't speak the language properly. I was new. Everything was unfamiliar and overwhelming. But I had something just as powerful, the willingness to work hard, to learn, and to never give up. So I gave what I had, my time, my energy, and my effort. I set my alarm every morning, sometimes at 4 a.m., sometimes at 5 a.m., depending on which job I had that day. And not once did I miss that alarm. Because when you have a purpose bigger than yourself, you don't need to hit snooze. If I'm honest, I was tired, deeply tired. But I was also grateful that I had a job waiting. Grateful that someone had trusted me with the chance to earn, to survive, and to provide for the family. Hard work was my survival, my way in, my foundation. I always hear people say, don't work hard, work smart. And I get what they mean, I really do. But to be honest, when you are a migrant, when you start from nothing, that phrase doesn't always feel real at first. In fact, sometimes it sounds like a luxury, like something people say when they already made it, when they already understand the system, when they have choices. But when you're starting from zero, no connections, no guidance, no fluent English, no safety net, you don't get to choose. You have to work hard because that's the only thing you can rely on. You don't have the luxury of shortcuts. You don't have the knowledge. All you have is your determination, your hands, your grit, and the promise you made to yourself that you will not give up, no matter how hard it gets. Working smart is not a starting point. It's something you grow into. You earn that skill over time. You earn it by struggling, by falling down and getting up again. You earn through experience, through observing, learning, failing, and trying again. Hard work lays the foundation. It gives you the lessons, it builds your strength, and one day that hard work will open the door to working smart, but only if you were willing to do the hard yards first. Here's what I've learned over the years, and I say this with a lot of respect for my younger self and for anyone still going through this struggle. Hard work isn't just about using your body or spending long hours. It shapes you. It makes you stronger inside. It teaches you to keep going even when it's hard. It builds discipline and resilience. It reminds you that nothing comes easy, but if you keep trying, something good will come, and those lessons will stay with you forever. Over time, things got better. I learned the language. I feel more confident. I started to understand how things work. I watched, I listened, I learned from others. And then, working smart became possible. Not because I was suddenly clever, but because my hard work gave me the experience I needed. The more I worked, the more I learned. The more I learned, the better choices I could make. Now that I've been through all this, I can tell you honestly, being smart is not enough. Don't ever be ashamed of working hard. And don't think that working smart makes you better than others. The real power comes when you combine both with humility and purpose. A person can have the best ideas, the highest education, and the sharpest mind. But if they don't show up, if they don't try, if they don't care enough to act, nothing meaningful will ever grow from that. Being smart is not a free pass to success. Smart people who won't work hard often stay stuck in their own potential. They speak well, they have many plans, but they rarely follow through. They wait for conditions to be perfect instead of taking the first step. They rely on their talent and forget the value of grit. On the other hand, people who work hard, who are open to learning, who keep showing up even when things are hard, those people rise. They may rise slowly, quietly, but surely. They build a solid foundation from the ground up, and with time, their hard work turns into wisdom, their effort becomes experience, and their experience opens the door to smart decisions. That's what makes the difference. Not just being smart, not just working hard, but putting both together, learning when to push and when to pause, knowing when to ask for help and when to figure it out on your own. So, whether you're just starting out or you already well along your journey, remember this: success doesn't belong to the smartest. It belongs to those who keep showing up, those who are willing to work when no one's watching, those who give their best even when they are tired, those who fail, learn, and keep moving forward. It's not about choosing between working hard or working smart. It's about building both, day by day, lesson by lesson. Because when strength is guided by wisdom, when effort is shaped by understanding, that's where real growth happens. Until next time, keep going, keep learning, and never forget how far you've already come.